Hey everyone, and welcome back. I have a question for you. Have you ever stared at an important task knowing you should start but just couldn't? You feel this heavy resistance, a huge reluctance to get moving or to keep going. If that sounds like you, you're definitely not alone. We often lump all putting things off into one big category called procrastination. But here's the fascinating truth. While they both lead to delayed action, procrastination and inertia are actually two very different beasts in your brain. They come from distinct psychological places, like two different reasons for getting stuck. In this video, we're going to dive into how your brain works when you feel stuck, what makes procrastination different from inertia, and best of all, give you some simple, practical strategies to finally overcome these mental roadblocks. Ready to get unstuck? Let's go. So why do we get that stuck feeling? It all starts in your brain. When you face a task you see as tough or unpleasant, certain parts of your brain immediately jump into action. First up is your amygdala. Think of this as your brain's early warning system or alarm bell. It quickly senses potential stress or discomfort associated with the task, triggering a stress response. It's designed to keep you safe, but sometimes it overreacts to non-physical threats, like a challenging spreadsheet or a difficult conversation. This alarm can then mess with your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain responsible for your grown-up decisions, like planning, rational thinking, and focusing on long-term goals. Normally, it helps you push through discomfort. But here's the kicker. When your amygdala, the alarm system, screams discomfort, those immediate emotional signals from your limbic system, which is the more primitive part of your brain, can overpower your prefrontal cortex. It's like your emotions take the wheel, making it harder for your logical brain to say, hey, let's just get this done. On top of that, we have dopamine. This is your brain's feel-good chemical, often associated with motivation and reward. Quick, easy activities, like scrolling social media or watching a funny video, give you a fast hit of dopamine. Completing a tough task, however, offers a delayed reward. Your brain naturally prefers that immediate dopamine burst, pushing you towards instant pleasures rather than effortful work. This is a big reason why we often choose the easy way out. So let's talk about inertia. You know Newton's first law from physics, right? An object at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted upon by an external force. Well, our minds often work the same way. When your mind is in a state of inactivity, it naturally wants to stay inactive. It's a resistance to getting started. Overcoming this mental stillness requires what we call activation energy, a certain amount of mental effort just to transition from doing nothing to actually doing something. It's like pushing that heavy bowling ball. It takes effort just to get it rolling. Our daily habits and routines play a huge role here. We create deep grooves in our brains for repeated behaviors. So if your routine is wake up, check phone, browse news, your brain will naturally want to stick to that. Changing those ingrained patterns requires conscious effort to create new pathways. The key thing about inertia is that it's not necessarily about actively avoiding a task because you dread it. It's more about your mind's tendency to just maintain its current state, staying comfortable and familiar. You might want to do something, but that initial push feels too heavy. Now let's shift gears to procrastination. While it also results in delayed action, procrastination usually involves a more conscious choice to delay an action, even when you know it might bite you later. It's often an emotional decision. With procrastination, you're often avoiding discomfort. The task feels unpleasant, overwhelming, or brings up tough feelings like fear of failure, anxiety about not being perfect, or boredom. So you delay to get a temporary mood boost or to just avoid those uncomfortable feelings right now. It's like saying, I don't want to feel bad now, so I'll just deal with it later. Procrastination can also be a coping mechanism. It's a way to manage difficult emotions by distracting yourself with something easier or more enjoyable. You might scroll social media, watch TV, or even clean the house, anything to avoid the main task. And yes, it's often deadline-driven. Some procrastinators even get a rush from working under pressure at the last minute, sometimes believing they work better that way. While a little pressure can motivate, often the results are messy, rushed, and the stress is much higher than it needs to be. Both procrastination and inertia thrive in our comfort zone. This is where things are familiar, predictable, and require less mental effort. Our brains love comfort and familiarity. Stepping outside that zone into the unknown or the challenging often triggers a fear of the unknown. It's why starting something new, even if it's good for you, feels so daunting. And then there's cognitive dissonance. That's the mental discomfort you feel when your actions don't match your beliefs. For example, you believe you're a productive person, but you're acting like a procrastinator. To ease that discomfort, your brain might try to trick you with excuses like, "Oh, I work best under pressure anyway," or "This isn't that important right now." These are just justifications to stay cozy in your comfort zone. What's more, social factors can play a sneaky role. If everyone around you seems to be delaying tasks, or if your group has a laid-back attitude towards deadlines, you might unconsciously conform. It's like, if they're not doing it, why should I? This can accidentally reinforce your own tendencies to delay. Understanding these underlying forces is the first step. Now, let's talk about how to break free. The good news is, you don't have to stay stuck. Here are some powerful practical strategies to help you overcome both procrastination and inertia. These are tools you can use starting today. Number 1. The 5-minute rule and its variations. This is fantastic for inertia. Commit to working on a dreaded task for just 5 minutes. Set a timer. No pressure to finish, just to start. Often, once you begin, the momentum builds, and you'll find yourself going for much longer. That initial small push lowers the activation energy. For even tinier steps, try the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. This tackles small inertia points immediately. Number 2. Break it down, task decomposition and micro goals. When a task feels huge and overwhelming, it triggers inertia. Divide it into smaller, bite-sized pieces. Don't just write report. Break it into outline report, research section 1, write intro paragraph. Each small piece is a micro goal. Achieving these tiny milestones builds confidence and makes the whole task feel less daunting. Number 3. Optimize your environment. Your surroundings heavily influence your focus and tendency to procrastinate. Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary browser tabs, put your phone in another room. Create a dedicated workspace, even if it's just a specific corner of your kitchen table that signals work time. Make it easier to focus than to get sidetracked. Number 4. Mindfulness and reframe your thoughts. This helps with both procrastination and inertia. Practice observing your thoughts and feelings about the task without judgment. For example, think, "Oh, I'm feeling resistant to this," instead of, "I'm so lazy." Then, challenge negative or avoidant thoughts. If your brain says, "This is too hard," reframe it to, "This is challenging, but I can take one small step." Focus on the value of completing the task, or the sense of accomplishment you'll feel when it's done. Number 5. Build self-belief with small wins. Cultivating self-efficacy. If you often feel stuck, start with tasks you're almost guaranteed to complete successfully. This builds self-efficacy, your belief in your own ability to take action and get results. Each successful completion, no matter how small, sends a powerful message to your brain. I can do this. This counteracts feelings of helplessness. For those truly dreaded tasks that tempt you into procrastination, try the eat the frog approach. This means tackling your most challenging, most important task first thing in the morning. Get it done when your willpower is highest. Once that frog is eaten, the rest of your day feels lighter and easier, reducing that anticipatory anxiety. Number 7. Create accountability. Sometimes an external push is exactly what you need. Share your goals with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor, or join a supportive community or group that encourages mutual accountability. Knowing someone is checking in can provide that extra motivation to stick to your commitments. Understanding the distinct ways our brains can get stuck, whether it's the pushback of procrastination or the standstill of inertia, gives you a powerful foundation for change. It's not about being lazy, it's about navigating complex brain mechanisms. I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own patterns. Do you tend to procrastinate more, avoiding discomfort? Or do you struggle more with inertia, just getting started? Then choose just one or two of the strategies we discussed today. Don't try to do them all at once. What's one small manageable step you can commit to taking in the immediate future to get yourself moving? Remember, overcoming these ingrained behaviors is a process. It requires patience, consistency, and a good dose of self-compassion. Setbacks are normal, and they're part of your growth. Just pick yourself up, learn, and try again. So pick one strategy, try it for 3 days, and share your experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear what works for you. If this video helped you feel more in control of your motivation, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for watching. You have the power to understand your mind and to create the momentum you need. Go out there and get unstuck. See you in the next video.